I'd say to anyone who's thinking of buying a classic car, as long as you're buying it for the right reasons, it's got to be for you, and you've got to do your research, because there's a lot of dodgy repairs out there. The most gratifying part of this job is probably seeing people's faces when they pick their cars up and getting feedback. If you can make someone fall in love with the car, you've done your job basically. I was always into cars, I don't know why. Obviously I had like toy cars as a kid, maybe that was what it was. And I first started kind of repainting my little toy cars. I found my dad's old paint set and pinched that when he wasn't looking. It's all right, he's not with us anymore, you won't see this. I have a Charlie's Angels van, which I turned into a camper. It was a downhill slope from there really, I think. When we were VW specialists back in probably about 97, 96, I was very young, naive. I was good at what I did, but I wasn't very good at being a business owner. So we were always busy and never made any money. I gave that up when my daughter was, well, about 9 months old, and I had to go and get a mortgage. So I had to go and work for the man, unfortunately. So I'm a mechanic by trade, but I'm the owner of Body and Soul Auto Works. It's been the last 8 years and my life has taken over. Although in the last couple of years, I suppose, I've managed to get the work-life balance a bit better. I started off as the mechanic and the fabricator, and then kind of got people in to do those jobs. So then I've been able to back off that job and concentrate on another one. The variation in cars that we do and the passion of the owners is what I thrive on. It's kind of seeing their faces kind of light up as they're talking about what they want done, and seeing a car that we've done driving down the road and you're thinking, we did that. It's because of us, it's still going sort of thing. So that's our passion. So we've got quite a small team nowadays, but they've all got their own skill sets. So we've got Phil, who's a fabricator welder, Greg, who's the mechanic. He's the perfect combination of old school and modern. We've got little Pete, he's our painter, been with us on and off since he was 16. He basically knows what Body and Soul needs. And we've got Reese, who is his right-hand man, I suppose. Reese is the newest guy, very good at prep. He's got a very good eye for flair and stuff like that. So yeah, they've always got to work with each other. Keeping them going on projects is it's tricky, but yeah, with teamwork, that's how they keep going basically.
What about that?
Usually at any one time we've got 4, 5, 6 cars on the go. At the moment, because of scheduling, parts, etc., just done a head count, we've got 17 in. So yeah, we're a little bit rammed. So starting with the Jaguar E-Type, it's just in for a respray. It's an older restoration, so it's solid. Just need to repaint basically. That's this one. This fairly straightforward job. Should be finished next week, I would have thought. Slightly more complex Mark II Jag. It's having an engine swap for a later XJ type, a 3.2, just to make it more drivable. I'm hoping by the end of next week we should have this running at the very least. This one we've done a partial restore, 1982 Ford F-150, American truck, but it's been in Britain most of its life, hence the rot on it. It's been a welding marathon, this one. Mark I Capri, sorry. This one's had absolute ton of welding again. Fills on the last bits at the front. We're waiting for the front wing to turn up, and I would say probably about 2 weeks worth of work left on that, and then that can go. So lockdown affected us in as much as we didn't have anything coming in the short-term work, and that cost us cash flow big time. So we were able to get out a lot of long-term stuff, which was a blessing, but that doesn't pay the day-to-day bills. Because of lockdown, obviously, people haven't been able to go abroad, so the VW campers have become a little bit more desirable. Not that they were less desirable in the past, but I think people have definitely kind of jumped on them. So yeah, we've had a spate of VW campers. That was my background anyway, so it's kind of coming home. But yeah, there's been masses. People of all sorts of ages and eras getting them done, ready to be reliable basically, and to take them up and down the UK, because that's all they could do really, unfortunately.
Workplace restrictions have affected massively this year, massively. We haven't been able to have proper interactions with customers. The effect is huge because the classic car garage is very different to your normal garage. You don't just drop your car off, you end up having a conversation and probably a relationship with the people who are doing work on your car.
Thank you, that's brilliant.
Alright.
Alright,
No
I'll
worries.
come back to you, I'll let you know on that.
I don't think there's a favourite type of restoration because I think if they were all easy, it would be boring. That is what we tell ourselves when we're halfway through a challenge. But some of the challenges are exponential, especially if it's a much older car. Finding parts or something compatible is tricky as. It's probably quite nice to have the easy stuff alongside and the difficult stuff to give us a bit more of a challenge and keep life interesting. I don't think the love for classic cars will ever fade away. I think there's going to be a percentage of people who are always going to be into their classic cars. Whether legislation makes it a smaller percentage of people, because that's essentially what I feel it's happening at the moment. They're trying to make us the villains of global warming. It takes 11 years for an electric car to catch up with the carbon efficiencies of a modern normal car. So yeah, with that in mind, I'm sticking to my V8s and stuff for now, thanks. Future for Body and Soul? I really don't know at the moment because nothing can be planned, but until now it has been a case of just build on and keep growing basically, but slowly. There's always been a case of slow growth because I believe if you grow fast you're going to die fast. It's never been a high profit business to begin with. It's never been the intention. I would need to build a base, build a brand. We've done that now, so now we can start building on that, but I still don't want to keep pushing until I know we're there. Basically, I need to be one of the few that survive if we are going to have a smaller amount of classic car owners. If there's going to be less classic cars, then there's going to be less classic car garages, so we need to make sure we're one of them.